What's up, gang? Case here with our at-home strength work for Friday, June 18th. 3 sets today, 15 to 18 goblet squats, looking to use a weight that when you get into that 15 to 18 range, you have only a couple reps left in the tank before technical breakdown. So not the last rep that you can stand up, but the last rep before any technique starts to go away. So that could mean coming up in toes, not going deep enough, knees caving in. Once you're a couple reps away from that point, that's when you're going to end that set. You'll superset today with some chest facing the wall handstand holds, and you'll do two 10-second efforts each time you move over to those. On those goblet squats, shoulder width stance, pressing up and into this bell so that we can keep our shoulders and upper core active. We're not arching out here. We're not rounding out. Find that tall neutral position and then pull those ribs down just a little bit to squeeze the belly tight. Once we start these sets today, we want to keep moving throughout the entire set. So for all 15 up to 18 reps. So as soon as we hit the top, we're going right back down into that bottom position, a little bit slower and controlled on the way down, and a little bit faster and more explosive on the way up. Our goal here is to keep our muscle under tension for as long as we can, so we don't want to stand up and rest in between any of those reps. If you can, get that hip crease below the knee, and then make sure we're still focusing on those other technique pieces. Chest up tall, knees out wide, full foot stays on the ground, and we're keeping that belly tight. After that, we've got our chest facing handstand holds. For these, we'll start at the top of a push-up position, toes against the wall. Get your belly tight before you start to walk up. And then one reminder on hand position here. Anytime we're doing handstand work, we want the outside of our shoulder to be in line with this middle finger. And we want our fingertips to be straight forward, fingers wide. The wider we can get those fingers, the more base we have to control our balance with. So we have our hands set up, tight belly before we go, and then we're going to walk up as high as we can without letting our hips sag and our back arch out. So while we're up here, we want to push those toes into the wall, get those legs stiff. Let's go ahead and look back at the wall today. You're trying to squeeze your quads, your butt, your belly, and you're keeping these shoulders really active, driving those hands through the ground, trying to open up this shoulder angle right here. If you're comfortable getting those hands closer to the wall, then walk back as close as you can. But once you get to a certain point, most of us start to arch out. So stop where we start to get into that arching tendency. Make sure that we can stay active, tall, everything tight for that full 10 seconds. You'll walk it back down, rest about 20 seconds, and then go back up for another 10-second effort. Resting about 90 seconds in between your squats and your handstand holds today, bouncing back and forth between those two movements for 3 total rounds. Good luck on today's strength work, and we'll see you back soon for our Metcon.